Hey everybody, I just want to welcome you to the Right Food, Right Time page here on Facebook. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video because we are going to explain how 21 days of eating the right foods at the right time will create a healthy habit. And we all know that it takes 21 days to create an actual habit. Why not create a healthy one? We're on the eve of October 21st, so I really can't think of a better time to begin this group before the holidays start. Today was day one, and let's just take today as kind of a warm-up. What I've realized is that there's never a perfect time to do anything that's monumental in your life. So I think today is really important for us to figure out the why. Why are we going to do this group? For me and for us here at home, with a newborn coming in roughly 21 days, I think it's a good time to rein in those bad food habits and learn how to get back to a food plan with whole foods and eliminate a lot of the fake stuff that kind of falls into our diets. That could be through coffee drinks, through energy drinks, through things that aren't really considered food. Okay, there's no sweet and low tree, there's no Splenda tree out there, there's no bagel tree, there's no bread tree. So what we're going to do is bring it back to basics, if you will. And I will be modeling my food program, not my diet, because diets fail. Why do diets fail? Diets always fail because they typically take away one of the key components that our bodies, that were so wonderfully and fearfully created, need to function properly. When you spell diet, it's spelled D-I-E-T, and we all know that the D-I-E part just kind of explains the whole thing. Diets die. Our bodies were meant to function properly on a series of macronutrients, and we don't need to make it that intelligent sounding. We can make it very simple. Our bodies were meant to function off of protein, carbohydrates, and fat. Why do we want protein? So even at a cellular level, our bodies need amino acids because they're the building blocks of our tissues and our cells. Protein is the quickest and easiest way for our bodies to continuously have a flow of amino acids coming into our body. Carbohydrate. And this is where people really get jammed up when it comes to their diet. We've heard so much about no carb, low carb, I can't eat carbs, and that's why I named the event initially the All Carbs Go to Your Where. You can call it whatever you want. Everybody kind of has their problem areas. The best part about this group is that it takes place online, so no one can have an excuse of they're working late or they can't make a meeting. We're using social media to explain how portion control and using the 21-day FIXX from Beachbody can help you achieve your goals. And the reason I'm here is because, before I get carried away, the other macronutrient is fat. So what do we also hear? We hear eat a low-fat diet, eat a no-fat diet. Typically, doctors are in a rush, and a doctor may be quick to place somebody on a medication before they take some time to counsel that person and give them a little bit of knowledge on how the human body works. Again, that's why I'm here. I'm here to help, and I'm here to just give you the information that you need to, to figure out how much food you're supposed to be eating in a day. This is very simple, and I want you to go ahead right now and get yourself a pad and a paper and some water and a pen or a pencil, whatever you like, because we're going to figure out your calories as I figure out mine. This is the only time we're going to count any calories. We're going to do it today, and then we're going to take whatever scale we own in our house, and we're going to throw it out the window, because that's also an obstacle to people in achieving their goals. They get too stuck inside their own head with the numbers. How much do I weigh today? How much did I weigh yesterday? How many calories did I eat? Did I hit my mark? What we're going to find out later is how many calories I didn't eat today and how I totally underate. Whereas, here with the 21-day fix, you'll find that you're actually eating a lot of food, more food than you can probably even encompass in your head when you're on a plan to feel more energetic or drop a few pounds, which is some of the objectives of all of us here in the group, I think, before the holiday season. I might be right on that one. So just stand by, get that paper and pen and that pad. Little about me, like I said, we have a newborn on the way, and we're so blessed for that to happen. And I want to rein in a lot of my bad habits here in the group. I'm a firefighter and I'm a paramedic. So I have a lot of pitfalls in my day. If I'm not prepared with my food, it can just be disastrous. We can have an order of Chinese food. We can have a pizza party at any given time. And those things don't just contribute to feeling healthy and feeling energetic. So here's the easiest way to do this. It is Beachbody figured it out. I'm not that smart. Beachbody is a company based in Santa Monica, California, that creates fitness programs, and now they're doing a super good job of creating nutrition programs, and that's what I like to call this. I call it a food plan or a fuel plan, if you would, because you're fueling your awesome and wondrous body with those macronutrients that we went over: protein, carbohydrate, and fat. So why don't we go ahead now and figure out our calories with this cool, nifty little Boston Red Sox board that I have here. What I want you to do first is I want you to type in your current weight in pounds. So if you don't know that, I think you're going to need to find that out. Mine is, we're going to say 245 pounds. I'm bringing up my calculator on my iPhone right now, and I'll put this equation, this formula, if you will, right here for you to copy down. So I will do 245 pounds multiplied by 11, because that is my caloric baseline. So I will write down the number 2,695. That is my caloric baseline without any activity involved. 2,695. And then we take that number and we're going to add 400 to that. That's going to be our caloric needs, what we need every day. My number is now 3,095, 3095. So putting down 3,095. And now I need to subtract 750 from this number. That's 2,345. You're never going to believe what that number is. That's 2,345 calories. That's my calorie deficit. Now I've got my calorie target. And what that is going to do is bring me to the book that is provided with you here in the 21-day FIXX eating plan. And it will explain to me how many containers of food of each macronutrient group that I will be eating in a given day. And this is really cool, and I'll show you what's inside the book. At over 2,300 calories, my new phone number is, I call it because it's a seven-digit sequence. My new phone number is 646-4116. And what that means is I get 6 green containers, just like this, of green vegetable a day. I get 4 servings of fruit in my purple container a day. I get 6 servings of protein, which is a lot of food, mind you, And then we have the yellow, everybody's favorite, the carbs, the carbohydrate that we so need to fuel our bodies, because our bodies work efficiently when they are able to convert carbohydrate into glucose. That is our preferred means of energy in the human body that we all live in, glucose. And carbohydrates are most quickly and efficiently turned over into that form of energy. I get 4 of these a day, 4 yellow containers. I did hit my 4 yellow containers today, and I'm going to tell you what I put in them right after this. We have 2 smaller containers. That is the blue. And here is your yellow container. And what these 2 small containers are, I actually only get 1 of each of those, is for your good fats, like your nuts, your nut butters, some coconut oil, olive oils, anything you might use to cook with. Obviously, they're a smaller size, and we're going to go back to that knowledge bomb, which is when some of these people with those lambskins on the wall, they forget to teach their people about those macronutrients that are just so simple to understand. 1 gram of carbohydrate has 4 calories. 1 gram of protein has 4 calories. 1 gram of fat has 9 calories. So it's very, very easy for a professional registered dietitian or doctor to tell somebody to cut fat out of their diet. We don't need to be a rocket scientist. When you're cutting out a macronutrient out of your diet that has 9 calories, double the amount of calories per gram, per unit, than any other protein or carbohydrate, you've suddenly reduced someone's diet by half the calories, except that person's going without all of the important nutrients that they need to function in those healthy and good fats. That's what we're going to learn here in the 21-day group. Clearly, I couldn't possibly go over the entire 21-day fix and all that it encompasses in one night, which is why I went ahead, I created the private group, and what we've done is we've given ourselves a culture, if you will, and we've given ourselves a venue to go ahead and motivate each other and support each other and share what we eat every single day. That might be too much for some people. It's not for me, because I love this stuff. And I'm going to show you what you get in the 21-day fix. We're going to go over the entire recipe guide if you choose to. There's recipes in here. There's a page that explains which carbohydrates you should be eating, which ones stay away from, how that you can even incorporate a glass of wine every week in the 21-day fix. There's even a dessert guide in this booklet, and I think everyone needs a little dessert every week. I think we're human. I think we work hard, and I think that we deserve something sweet at the end of 7 days. Okay. So why the carbohydrates? Why is it such a big deal? I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to tell you that we need them. We need them for energy. You don't have energy, you can't be happy. You can't be happy, you're not going to be motivated. If you're not going to be motivated, you won't work out. And when you don't work out, how do we feel when we're not getting at least 3 to 4 times a week of brief exercise? I know I always feel better after 3 or 4 times a week of short, intense exercise. Some of the things that have helped me kind of break into this 21-day fix and kind of tone down my diet a little bit is choosing carbohydrates that are low on the glycemic index. And what that means is they have a rating on the glycemic index. The lower the rating of the food, the less it is to highly impact your blood sugar. And when your blood sugars remain stable throughout the course of a day, you are going to be so much more successful in making good decisions in the latter part of your day. It's currently 8:51 this evening on day number 1, and I have severely undereaten. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I've eaten today, and I have a few ingredients out here. Clearly, water is a very big part of the 21-day fix. We need to stay hydrated, and when we're drinking the right amount of water, we've created less amount of space in our beverage intake to be sabotaged by soda, I said it. It should be a swear word in your diet, frankly, because soda is not a real food. It's made with high fructose corn syrup and chemicals that your body has no idea how to process. Anything that goes in must come out, as we know. And when it disrupts our natural system of breaking things down and putting it in the right shelves in the right order, that's where we stop seeing results, because we're tricking our bodies. We're not feeding our bodies. We're cheating it out of the proper daily doses of dense nutrition. And if you can follow that, that's my new favorite hashtag, DDDN, daily dose of dense nutrition. Keep that one on your tongue. Use it. It's free, just like the group. The containers are not free, though. However, the containers have been engineered to take the guesswork out of calorie counting, because I hate calorie counting, and frankly, I have never done it, and I won't ever do it aside from tonight, when I've told you earlier that I get to eat all that food every day. What did we say? 2,345 calories of nutrient-dense food. Not processed food, not fast food. Let's not get carried away. But nutrient-dense whole food I get to eat every single day. I just think that's amazing. Here we have our quinoa, as we like to call it. It's very affordable. We picked it up at $3.99 on the bag. It's quite a value, in my opinion, over at the Ocean State Job Lot in the wonderful city of Fall River. We know it's the city of hills, mills, and bills, amongst many other things. It's also known as the Scholarship City. But for $3.99 a pound, $3.99 a bag, I'm getting 9 servings. So if we want to break that down for all you little budget bunnies out there, okay, we're doing $3.99 divided by 9. It's roughly 44 cents a serving. Why quinoa? Again, it is a low glycemic index carbohydrate. It is a grain. We have 29 grams of carbohydrates. Ooh, that's a lot in a lot of people's minds, but not when you get to have 4 of these little doobies every day, which is your carbohydrate. I ate 4 of them today, and guess what? All 4 of them contained quinoa. I'm pretty proud of that. I got a lot of nutrient-dense food in my body today. 2 of them were used this morning. Actually, I'm sorry, 3 of them were used this morning in my breakfast. And if you notice some of my posts on Facebook today, I went ahead with my variation of a hot fall autumn breakfast cereal, except I used the quinoa. I boiled it up. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes. We always do 1 cup of quinoa, 2 cups of water. It's a 2-to-1 ratio, similar to when you cook rice. I went ahead, I took 2 of these yellow containers full of quinoa, and then I took my green container right here, and I winged it on day number 1. I wanted to throw some canned pumpkin. I'm certainly not a fan of anything canned. However, my life is about convenience, so I used organic canned pumpkin, and I hope that sits well with all of you. And I actually, like I said, I believe I get 5 of these a day, because that's your vegetable. And typically it's a green. So the more powerful greens that you eat, the less of a caloric impact it has on your body anyway. So the more you start switching over to a plant-based diet, you're going to feel better, you're going to feel less bloated, you're going to have more energy, and you're going to be able to eat a lot more volume of food than, when you're eating a heavy carbohydrate diet. Although, don't forget, we do need all 3 macros, but we need them in the right amounts. And this takes the guesswork out of it. I don't have to play around with the scale all day like I'm some pharmacist, some wacky old man, spreading pills around and doing Pythagorean formulas. No. That's old school. We don't do that anymore. We have busy lives. We're parents. We're spouses. We're employees. And we're us. For heaven's sake. We're people. And we like to live a healthy life that decreases the amount of stress. And the last thing anybody needs is stress in the kitchen or stress when they're eating. Typically, stress causes people to eat worse. We're trying to eat better here in the Right Time, Right Food 21 Day food group on Facebook. I know I'm getting a little bit excited right now. I really skimped on this container today, and typically it's my best container. I'm never bad with my protein. I'm a chicken, steak, fish guy. And today I only got 2 of these in, which that's bad on me. I I used this at my lunchtime, and I did a shake. I did. I did a Shakeology, which is a plant-based nutrition meal replacement shake. Again, low on the glycemic index, 100% of your B vitamins. I can go off on that, and frankly, that's a totally another video topic because I have too much to say about it and what it's done for me personally. But the breakfast, the hot cereal breakfast here with the canned organic pumpkin. What I'm going to do actually is I have my bowl out and I have my leftover quinoa. I don't know if you can see it there. I'm going to be assembling that to be a little bit more prepared for day number 2 tomorrow. That's going to be my breakfast again because it was so good. And I'm going to incorporate a little bit of the blue container. I have some hazelnuts in a bag, and I'm going to smash those up. And I'm going to sprinkle some hazelnut on top of my hot breakfast cereal, along with some cinnamon and some nutmeg, and maybe a little teaspoon of honey. I don't know. Dairy products, half and half, creamer, stuff like that. We're going to go over that. Frankly, it's not allowed here in 21 days. And there are some things that you'll have to go without. And there's a reason for that, because you are trying to achieve a goal in 3 weeks. And we need to go back, and daily, sometimes we need to do a reaffirmation of what that goal might be. Is it to clean up your eating habits? Is it to gain a greater sense of knowledge or simplification as to how to eat clean, as they say, and make things a lot easier? For some people, it's to lose weight. For me, it's kind of all 3 of those lumped into one, but for the biggest thing, I'd have to say it's building those habits again that I once had that had fallen off over time, and learning along with you to figure it all out and motivate each other and kind of share the journey, if you will. Something else that kind of helps me is this here bottle. This is called Sriracha. For any of you fans of hot and spicy food, it actually contains a lot less sodium than a typical hot sauce would have. There's another one out there that's really my favorite, but the sodium level is a little bit high, and I kind of like to watch my blood pressure, so I'm staying away from that one as much as I can. I still will be drinking coffee daily, black coffee. You are allowed, I believe, 2 tablespoons a day of some dairy and an organic milk, an almond milk, which I prefer. So, questions, comments, motivation, please go ahead, post below. This is not a competition. This is a group for us to take 21 days for ourselves and learn and motivate each other. And there is an exercise component to this. And back to the old chart, back where I found my FIXX calorie burn. Clearly, that number there was 3,095, and those are my caloric needs once the FIXX calorie burn was factored in. And yeah, I'm going to be working out more than 4 times a week, and I know that's tough for some people to get their head around. I've made the commitment. I invested. I purchased the 21-day FIXX program, and it's 30-minute workouts, and that's one of the reasons I went ahead with it, because who can't do a 30-minute workout in their home without having to rush from work or get up in the morning before work, rush to the gym? How could you possibly prepare a day's worth of food and get up in the morning, rush to the gym, have that complete day's worth of food prepared, and be successful? It's really another job. So creating 30-minute workouts to do in the comfort of your home, either at the end of the day or before you leave for work, it works for me. What I want to say is, what I want to say is that, again, it's not a competition. You do need to live an active lifestyle. This is going to be a learning process. I hope I gave you enough information tonight to want to plug in with me for 21 days. And, here we go. Here's 21 days going down. If you want to take your before and after pictures, you can do that and hold on to them. If you want to keep a journal, which I highly recommend, you should do that. I will show you how to create a free fitness profile on teambeachbody.com, which will allow you access to their meal planner as well as to some free 21-day FIXX accountability sheets that actually you can print out and you can keep track every day of how many proteins, how many fruits in your purple container, how many greens you're supposed to get in each of your meals. And we'll go from here. We'll answer questions. We'll motivate each other, and we'll get after those goals for 21 days. So I want to thank you very, very much, and let's build some healthy habits over these 21 days.